I'm on the drugs right now. I can use your love right now. But instead they tryna tear me down. I'm just tryna
Not too much of a
This
fan
is
myself.
fire, bro.
Yeah, they are like.
No, I'm not really much of a fan.
All right, we got anything else about Elon? Are we straight? I want to talk some Palestine. All right, so bro, wait, everyone is straight though?
Yeah, no, we good.
The Palestine Israel stuff. So I assume and all this stuff going on in Jerusalem and everything. I assume y'all have like seen it a lot on your social media feed.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Bro, I feel like I spent like 2 days. I was being kind of lazy. I was just busy with shit, so I wasn't really like doing my due diligence. I'm like, okay, well, pod's Wednesday. I'll do my due diligence and like educate myself. But I'm thinking like within these 2 days of fucking looking at social media, I'm just looking nonstop. Okay, what's going on? Because I'm seeing people nonstop posting. It's crazy, bro. In like two days of like searching for this shit, like on IG, just when it pops up on stories, literally no post explained to me what was going on.
Exactly.
These niggas told me what side to be on. Told me I needed to do something. Told me I needed to not post this type of shit. And then if I'm posting stuff about this, then don't even. One person was saying like, don't. If y'all post shit like this, don't follow me. And I'm like, wait, what was wrong with this? Oh, yeah, we follow the same people. That's why. But I'm like, fam, I don't know. Like when I just read that post, it seems like it makes sense because I don't know what's going on. Like, so I don't. It's just crazy. Like we have such a big push of like when shit is trending, everyone wants to hop on stuff and do what they feel like is right. But like, for you to actually try to do this, don't you need to like let people know what the fuck is going on? And I get people gonna be like, you need to do your own research. I'm like, yeah, and I did do my own research now. But if your point is to spread awareness, shouldn't you be putting it right in front of people's faces? Like, this is what's going on. This is how you like make your decision on how you feel about it. But after seeing this, I assume you would feel this type of way or something like that.
Yeah,
but
lay it out like a cake.
bro, I need to fucking know what's going on. I'm like, I don't fucking just hop on a trend. Oh, I see people posting this is fucked up. Like, bro, I have to ask these. Like, after doing the research, I'll be like, I wonder if I asked them like, yo, how many people died in the first attack? Okay, how many people have died on the Israeli side? How long has this thing been brewing up? A lot of those people would be like, oh, fuck, a long time and a lot of people. Like, you feel me? Like, that's why it's just weird. So, that's just getting off that shit. What were you going to say? And then we'll get into actually what, I guess an overview of what happened.
Like you were saying how you were on social media and you saw so many posts about it, but nothing telling you what's happening. I saw this one girl tweet about like how it upsets her that a lot of non-Muslim people are not tweeting about what's happening in Palestine. And I responded, what's happening in Palestine?
So offensive.
And she didn't hit me back. So I'm just like, so you're so upset that like people are not speaking about this. Me genuinely wondering what's going on. I ask you, someone who seems to be knowledgeable about the subject, and I don't get a response. I was like, to me that doesn't make any sense. Like if I'm advocating for something, I would make sure to like educate people on it as well.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of shit on social media too, and like what's it called? I see my Jewish friends or Jewish followers, and they'll post like, I'm with Israel, and they're like posting all this type of stuff. This guy burned Kyrie Irving's jersey because he was siding with Palestine, and I was just like, yo, that's so interesting. And then everybody that was posting about Palestine were not anything like, nobody's from Palestine, you know? And like I think it's just weird that what's it called?
Nah, I feel you though, and that's weird. Like it is sides that everyone's picking. I feel like, I mean, I don't know if we even have to. I feel like people have the gist of, you know, like what happened in terms of.
Like, are they looking at it objectively? Like, are you just doing this because you're Jewish? You know, like, because literally that's what I saw. It's like, yo, you're just posting this.
Well, do you guys know the origination of why?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Let's get into that. So they've had a clash, like the two different civilizations for 73 years. It's been going on, and basically it's been nonstop not nonstop, but there's been a lot of back and forth throughout the years. And that's the thing, like it does kind of just seem like it's war. Like it's just been continuous between the two countries. From what I just studied up on, I'm not an expert. But I mean, the stuff that's going. Oh, sorry,
it goes further back.
Yeah, it's
basically
like Palestine. You probably would know more.
Because like it goes back to like the Ottoman Empire and like the fucking like the like, you know, there's always a fight when there's British people around, you know, because like I think Palestine, they were actually obviously they separated, and Israel separated, and Palestine, they were like conclusive with Arabic or like Muslims, Christians, and is Jewish? No,
Yeah.
Judaism. Is
Yeah.
Judaism? Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Jews.
what's
Jewish
the word?
people.
Yeah. So it's like it's been going on for so damn long.
Yeah. No. All right, so I'll give it basically a rundown, and then because based on what I heard and even hearing other people's insights, I kind of have a viewpoint, but we'll get into it. So, some of the worst violence in years broke out between Israelis and Palestinians, an eruption of unrest that began a month ago in Jerusalem. For weeks now, Palestinian protesters and Israeli police have clashed on a daily basis in and around Jerusalem's Old City, home to major religious sites sacred to Jews, Christians, and Muslims, and the emotional epicenter of the Middle Eastern conflict. Jerusalem has been the scene of a violent confrontation between Jews and Arabs for 100 years and remains one of the most bitterly contested cities on earth. The latest clashes began a month ago with an Israeli move to block some Palestinian gatherings at the beginning of a Muslim holy month of Ramadan, already a time of heightened religious sensitivity. After those restrictions eased, tensions over a plan to evict dozens of Palestinians from the East Jerusalem neighborhood continued to fuel confrontations. All right, I'm going to do like a little bit more, and then we'll get into it. Most recently, rockets streamed out of Gaza and Israel pounded the territory with airstrikes Wednesday, with dozens killed and no resolution in sight. The death toll in Gaza rose to 43 Palestinians, including 13 children and 3 women, according to the health ministry. That's crazy because the info I got today was at 28 people killed, and now that's crazy. So it's still going. Israeli airstrikes have leveled 2 multi-story apartment towers in Gaza Strip, where 2 million Palestinians have lived. Here's a look at why Jerusalem always seems to be on edge and what set off the latest round of violence. We won't go any further into the details, but people get the picture. Some other details are the airstrike killed 28 people. I guess maybe it's confirmed now, or it's gotten higher to 43.
Yeah.
Over 150 wounded. In Israel, the Hamas fired rockets back, I guess, to Israel. 2 people died, and then was it Hamas? Yeah, Hamas rockets killed 2 people. And then there was an Israeli assault on Al-Aqsa. I'm sure actually, Sakib, how do you say that?
Al-Aqsa Mosque.
Al-Aqsa
What makes
Mosque.
you think Sakib knows how to say it?
Because he's Muslim, and it's a Muslim mosque. Or it's a mosque. I don't know why I said Muslim mosque.
Muslim Mosque.
See?
Muslim Mosque. Muslim Mosque.
But in that case, left over 600 people wounded. So basically, they basically raided a mosque and tear gassed them.
And how y'all gonna do this during Ramadan, motherfuckers? Like that's some hurtful shit. Come on.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
How real are we gonna get on this subject?
As real as you want to be, man.
All right, Tori, do you have anything you want to say on the subject?
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to win over an audience here. How serious are we gonna get? Boy?
I don't want to get this. Like the whole Israel-Palestine conflict is a very touchy subject in America.
So it's up to you. You gotta just think whatever you want to portray to the beautiful viewership.
I mean, to answer your question, it's kind of like I don't know what place I really have to speak on it, because it's like I could say like, okay, this is bad, and of course it's bad. Like people dying in general is bad.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna, especially when you're not even in a time of war, you're living right next to this person. And from what I read, it's just been back and forth tension between the two. I think at one point Palestinians were living in Israel and they weren't paying taxes, and then Israel kicked them out, and then Palestine had a problem with that.
But here's the thing.
And then
Sorry to interrupt, but like the thing was that they were there first,
Okay.
and then Israel
Okay,
occupied
so-
Palestine.
right.
But like this is our territory
Right.
now,
Okay.
so they're basically just occupying them. Like they're basically just settling in their lands, kind of how the basically the same thing with like settlers from Europe and Native Americans. They just try to take their territory.
Fuck
So
about
do the
it.
Palestinians feel slighted that like America helped out Israel too? Like,
Oh yeah.
Palestinians were first there,
Yeah.
and Israel, right? Or when they started expanding, I don't know which empire it was, but they started expanding, and then years and years later, you started seeing less of the Palestinian communities and more of the Israel communities expanding. So it's kind of like how we treat the Native American land. It's kind of like that. Unfortunately, I don't want to really get on that just because it's such a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
But there is a backstory to that. It's kind of like the same ideal situation, which I think what you're gonna say is how I feel as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, take it. Yeah.
It's something we've talked about how real we're going to get, because it's more than just a simple conflict. Like this is a territorial dispute that's combined with a bunch of religious tension as well.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's more than just two nations beefing. Like there's a whole like history that goes back even like thousands of years. It goes by just by those religions themselves.
Yeah.
And like basically one group was just saying, this is our land now, deal with it. And the other group was just like, no, what the heck? But one group was being backed by powerful backers. Like the U.S. is allied with Israel.
Yeah.
So that's a huge gun they
And
have.
see, so that's something I think Trevor Noah was talking about. That was the viewpoint he was kind of sharing. Because I had the kind of similar thoughts to y'all. Like, once I started kind of understanding, like, the history of shit, I'm like, okay, I don't know who I am to come in and try to, and, like, pick a side. And so, like, I just learned about this shit, first of all. But what I'm starting to understand is watching, and you're realizing, like, damn, a lot of innocent people are just getting killed.
And that's terrible.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. But the part that makes it unfair, because you think of just two people going to war, it is what it is. Israel, like you said, has so much more firepower, and all the missiles, they fired like 200 missiles. I'm saying, I think Gaza, not Israel. So basically, not Israel. Palestine.
Gaza shot the first ones, right?
But then even after these ones had happened, I guess they shot a bunch back, or
The Palestinians shot.
They shot. Yeah, they
Israel,
shot back.
but Israel had like some
Yeah,
defense.
No
systems.
chance. No chance. Exactly. I think 2 people died total in that, but they just have no chance to really
They
retaliate.
started
so
the
it's like,
fucking Krav Maga, Israeli soldiers. Like, shit.
Wait, so who attacked first? I mean, obviously they're always
Recently,
attacking.
like the most recent.
Yeah, the
I
most
think,
recent.
But I think Israel, right? And then
Not
Gaza, and then
so.
Palestine threw like rockets and they shot back. But Israel had like defense systems.
Yeah, they had like a dome.
It kind of
They had like a dome. You guys see the video of like the missiles just coming in?
So it started off in the mosque, right? And then they started throwing rocks.
Yeah.
And then did it go back? And then they threw the, what's it called? They launched the rockets.
Yeah.
And then that's okay. That's
If we're wrong, don't.
Yeah.
We're trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure it out.
I'm half learning.
Yeah,
I'm half
we
learning.
figured it out.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
figured it out.
But that's, I mean, but so think about this.
Okay.
I know that I spent time researching this shit. I fucking took notes on this shit, the other facts. We're having a conversation, and all of us have done like similar research of trying to figure out, and we're all like, yes, okay, so we're piecing it together. So I just don't believe that all these people I see posting online have done any of this stuff. Because I spent fucking hours today preparing for this shit, and I am not a fucking expert.
Yeah.
I am not the person that's like, if you fucking not doing, you need to repost this shit, blah, blah, blah. It's like, fam, I don't know. Is this for what we're seeing? Or is this for what's going on, or is this for what's going on in the world in terms
Like I
of
said,
what's trending? What's cracking?
trending is the key word, man. It has power to it, but also it's like, I don't want to, for the viewers that's seeing this literally happens with the whole world, because like India and Pakistan are literally doing the same thing right now. It's all over territory. Mexico and the United States are still to this day.
I have a question when you're done.
Oh yeah, are still to this day kind of disputing, like, you still have that, and Native Americans as well. Yeah. So it happens like the whole world, unfortunately. But the main thing is what Tori hit home is, like, you have these people that are so innocent, just probably living in villages, like, not to be messed up or anything, but in these third world countries that are probably just worried about, you know, getting home to their family, feeding their family, innocent people that have nothing to do with it, and this is just.
Meanwhile, look what we argue about. We argue about everything. We can't. We just sit there and bullshit about every. We
have time to. We have time to argue about shit.
Bro, even like, or first of all, it did make me grateful on the fact of like, bro, it's so sad when you see fucking missiles being launched and people dying. 2 whole apartment complexes just torn down. That's one thing we don't have to worry about when you're in the U.S.
Yeah.
We don't. I mean, someone's worrying about it, but we're not worried, leaving our house in fear that a missile is gonna hit us and shit like that. And everyone knows if us and Russia got into it, we could end the whole world. So no one is fucking with us. Like, come on now. So it's like, it's just crazy we're blessed to not have to have that type of fear.
You had a question too.
My question was gonna be, sorry, I actually just started saying my shit, but I was gonna say, do you feel like we're privileged as fuck in the country?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. Like, people don't understand. Like, honestly, like, I grew up in India. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I literally grew up in India, and like,
I never knew
What
this.
do you mean grew up like?
How
like,
old are you?
How long you stay out there,
5.
motherfucker?
5? Okay.
So
all right,
I still
5.
remember like me playing like with like our neighborhood kids, and like there's trash everywhere. Like, I remember like literally playing with stray dogs and like
Yo,
cows.
what caste were you?
No, I was low because
Okay,
like
okay.
we were low, like, honestly, and the fact that we're here now, it's like incredible. It is pretty odd. Jesus.
No, you
But-
crying.
Yeah, nah, but people don't understand that, bro, because it's like the fact that we can like go out and take a walk without really having to worry about like a fucking missile coming down, or the fact that we're able to like reach out to our families or even see our families. It's like we don't understand that, bro. We really don't, and it's
We're not
crazy.
appreciative.
And bro, even on a more recent level, even look at like World War I and World War II. Niggas, you 18? Oh yeah, you getting drafted.
going to war.
Oh, you wanted to do what? Oh, you wanted to be in a band? Oh yeah, no, sorry, you going? Oh, you wanted to be a rapper? Oh, no, well, it's different. But you want to do that? Nah, you going this way. Unless you got money and you could get a doctor like Trump, sign off on your shin splints. Motherfucker, you going to war. You going to war and you
Or you
wonder
working in the
why
factory.
Which why people don't appreciate that, bro, because it's like we're so accustomed to having freedom.
We argue
we're
about
like,
everything.
We're like, we don't have freedom. Like the government's okay. First of all,
You
the
have to wear a
government.
mask.
Yeah, like come on, bro. Like the government in another country, like if fucking Russia or North Korea sees you do half the shit, bro, you're executed.
China.
Not only are you executed, your fucking families are executed, and the people that know your family might be executed as well. Like that's how serious it is out there, bro.
Dude.
Like people just don't understand.
To expand on that, during COVID in America, so many people were pissed off because they felt like their liberties were like being taken away. But then in countries in Africa, when COVID was hitting, they literally told people stay in your house or else. And then if you left your house, you got
Get shot.
arrested or beaten or shot
The
and
Filipino
killed.
governor literally told people like the military is gonna shoot you if you're out in the midst of this.
And these governments really did that shit. Like
And another thing, like
Yeah.
I think India has been a trending topic for this last week of COVID because you brought up COVID. But I just want to point that out there that Brazil is literally going through the same thing in South America, and we have no coverage of that.
Well,
Yeah.
if Instagram's not talking about it, no one cares.
Exactly, which is the power. of
How would I
trending.
know to be righteous as fuck and start posting about it if I didn't see it,
it wasn't on my For
everyone's
You
stories?
page, bro. How I was supposed
Yeah,
to
like
know?
TikTok and all the like same thing with stocks, bro. Like people started getting into stocks when it was on fucking TikTok, like you know, and people started looking at these trending topics. Like Black Lives Matter has been around since 2013, and I remember the first Trayvon Martin case, and I remember there's cases every year that's.
No,
Did I say right?
Go ahead.
No, but I'm just saying, like every year there was a same George Floyd situation, and it's unfortunate that social media has to be involved in order for us to actually give a fuck about.
I know, got the whites like
But
this.
are they
Yeah.
really giving a fuck about it? That's the main thing. It's
It's
like
performance activism to a T.
It's like I don't know, man. It's tough.
You know what's crazy? You said you were in the lower caste. You know,
Yeah.
like people in India that are in the lower class and that live in the village, they're like best job that they could get is probably a servant for the
Bro,
highest class.
My dad was a professor at a college, and I remember we used to live in a village called Kharagpur,
How
and
the
that's
fuck
like
are you lower class if your dad was a professor?
no. But here's the thing, though. Back like they don't value Bollywood and shit more than the fucking teachers.
and politicians.
Yeah, like politicians, and it sucks, bro, because it's like I remember like we were struggling to like literally get meals. Like I remember that shit and when we came here, my dad's first job was a security guard, and now he's like an underwriter for this mortgage company, and we have a nice house, we have 3 cars,
Story.
and all that. Like you know, so it's like I understand the value of what I have, but like other people don't, and it kind of frustrates me when I see that because it's like, bro, you are so privileged in what's going on. Like you don't gotta worry about that shit. Like you know, I saw a girl saying I don't like my phone. I'm like, bro, the fact that you have a fucking phone and you're 13, like come on, bro.
Yeah.
I'm
you
sorry. It's hot in here, bro.
That was facts. No, you just spit some facts. That was cold hard facts, MT.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
guess
get
that fanny pack that's getting you hot.
Yeah,
man.
bro, take the fanny. Sometimes it do be like.
honestly, it just hit an emotional spot to me. That's why. So I needed to just get some air.
Oh.
Yeah. My bad, yo.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. Bro, I've known you for this whole time. I never knew you grew up in England. That's crazy.
Shit, we're just gonna have the black sky.
It is pretty hot in here. Cause that was low key like.
We take a break.
Motherfucker, I was thinking his armpits is like wet, bro.
Girl, I'm off the drugs right now. I could use your love right now, but they steady trying to tear me down. I just wanna tell you